Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the third video in our 5-paragraph essay video series. Today we're going to talk about outlines and topic sentences. What is an outline? An outline is a tool that writers use to organize their ideas about a topic or subject in a logical order. It establishes the structure of your paper. It lists your thesis, topic sentence, and main evidence. What is a topic sentence? So before we talk about an outline fully, we have to understand what a topic sentence is. Strong paragraphs are about one main idea or topic. That's why we call it a topic sentence. You can think of your topic sentence like the thesis of your paragraph. So when you have a clear topic sentence, the reader knows what to expect. They will understand your ideas better. Your topic sentences come from your thesis. Let's look at the cheerleading example that we had from our last lesson. This is our thesis. Cheerleading should be considered a sport because it requires athletic skills, physical training, and promotes team competition. In my thesis, I'm giving you 3 reasons to support what my idea is. And actually, those 3 reasons coincide with a body paragraph in your 5-paragraph essay. So I know my first paragraph is going to be about athletic skills, then I'm going to talk about physical training, and I'm going to end with promoting team competition. Let's take physical training. All right, that's one of the ones I listed here, physical training. So I'm going to write a topic sentence for that paragraph. Here we go. Cheerleading requires rigorous physical training to master the dangerous stunts performed in the routines. So I've taken my subject and I've created this sentence that I can later in my paragraph back up with details. So if I'm talking about the rigorous physical training to master the dangerous stunts, I'm probably going to talk about the dangerous stunts and the kind of physical requirements they have to do that, what kind of training you have to do to be able to accomplish those things, and the schedule that the cheerleaders use when they're preparing for those dangerous stunts. So I have details that are going to back up my point, but my point is that it takes physical training in order to be a cheerleader. Here are some more examples of topic sentences. Eating healthy doesn't just help your physical development, but also your emotional well-being. So if that was my topic sentence, I would support it probably with details from psychological studies that they've done about the benefits of exercising. Let's look at the second one. Because of the dedication Mott Hall students have during this quarantine, they will excel in their studies next year. To back up that topic sentence, the rest of my paragraph will probably have details of what we're doing that's different from the DOE, for example, and maybe compare test scores like our Lexile scores that we just got. In the poem Growing Down, Silverstein juxtaposes a grumpy old man, Mr. Brown, and the children of his town by describing their actions. So if that's how I'm setting up my paragraph, the rest of my paragraph is going to be about what Mr. Brown was doing when he was acting like a grumpy old man and what Mr. Brown did when he was acting like a child. And I'm going to compare both of those to show that Silverstein did juxtapose. So we can see these topic sentences, like I said, they're like your mini thesis statements for your paragraph. And then you spend the rest of the paragraph backing up what you said in the topic sentence. All right, so we understand what topic sentences are. Let's go back to outlines. Why should you outline before you start writing? A really good way to think about it is, would you take a road trip without looking up where you're going and what's the best way to get there? You guys are young. I've done this before. I've done both. I've done a road trip where I've researched how to get there, and I've done road trips where I think I'll just figure it out on the way. And those ones I end up going to roads that pay tolls. I end up being lost or going the long way or going a way that's not very nice or scenic. It's just never a good plan. And you can say the same thing about your writing. Outlines allow you to think through your paper before you actually start writing it. And it lets you see if your argument makes sense. Are there any weak points in your argument? Are there any parts where you don't actually have enough information to make your point? And more importantly, I think, is, does it flow? Does it make sense? Are you carrying us through your conclusion and helping us follow you to that conclusion? I always know, teachers always know when you have written something that you haven't planned first. when I get those 4-point responses on the state exam, for example, we know right away the students who have prepared what they were going to say and the students who just thought they would figure it out as they went along. You can tell. Outlines are like veggie burgers. I'm sure you've seen this before. There's an introduction, you got your 3 body paragraphs, and you have your conclusion. Your information has to be sandwiched between these beautiful, delicious sesame seed buns. You have to have an introduction and a conclusion that kind of keep everything together. There has to be a logical order. You would not want to eat a veggie burger without a top bun or a bottom bun. It would just be messy. It wouldn't make sense. Same thing with your paragraph. How are outlines structured? So there are different ways to do outlines. This is what works for me, and this is what I learned when I was younger. I use Roman numerals just because that's what I learned when I was in 4th grade, and I just keep using it. So I put a heading for each one. I have introduction, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, body paragraph 3, and my conclusion. My introduction needs to have a hook. That's something that grabs the reader's attention, makes them want to keep reading, and I have my thesis statement. And then in each body paragraph, I have a topic sentence, and I have the evidence. Giving the evidence is only part of your responsibility when writing a paragraph. You have to later explain that evidence and then make the connection for us. Why does that evidence support your topic sentence? All right, the same thing goes for body paragraph 2 and body paragraph 3. The conclusion is where you restate the thesis statement. You kind of say it in a different way, but you're reminding us about what we just read. You're really driving it home, and you end your conclusion in some sort of strong way that leaves the reader understanding exactly why what you wrote was important. These are our next steps. In order to create our outline, we're going to start our outline. We're not going to finish it today, but we're going to do the majority. In order to do that, we're going to need to have these open. I'm going to show you which one. I'm going to remind you. You need to have the graphic organizer from the last unit open, the 3 poem prompt answers, and the thesis statement. We are going to work on an example together. If you see up here, I have my graphic organizer, right? I have it all filled out. That's why we wanted to fill it out, because you were going to use it later. I have the 3 poem prompt answers. This is where I said what poems I was going to be working on, and I gave the topic sentences. We didn't call it topic sentence at that time, but that's really what they turn out to be. And I have my thesis statement document. You should go to Google Classroom and open up today's document. Today's document is called 511 Organize Your Outline. So I'm going to fill in my name, the date, what's today? May 11th, and my class. All right, so introduction. And actually, if you go to the presentation today, I explain you need these 3 tabs we have open right here, and we only have to complete the thesis, topic sentences, supporting evidence, and the rephrased thesis statement. Those are what we have to fill in today. I'm going to show you how to do it. All right. We don't have to do a hook yet, but we do have to do the thesis. Luckily, I already did that, right? Remember, we took our answer here and we just made it a little bit more sophisticated using our reason. So I'm going to copy. I'm going to plop that into the thesis. There we go. Body paragraph 1. What poem did I talk about? So now we're done with this thesis statement. I can just go ahead and close that. Now we have our 3 poem prompts. So I talked about Where the Sidewalk Ends, Growing Down, and Clockman. That's that first body paragraph. Then I did Growing Down, and then I did the Clockman. So this is a way I also kind of organized my paragraphs. I used it as a way to, split what I was going to write about. And then each body paragraph will have a topic sentence specifically about that poem. So here we go. Now I'm going to copy. This was my topic sentence. I'm going to go here. This is my paragraph 1. Topic sentences. So I have to just, since I copied and pasted, I have to make this look better. All right. Here we go. So that's my topic sentence. According to the poem, where the sidewalk ends, we should live our lives by eating all our vegetables at dinner. And we're going to talk a little bit how to make this a little bit better, the same way that we made our answer here better. But for the moment, we just got to put this down so we have something to work with. This is my second poem, so that's going to be my second topic sentence. I'll clean this up later. And then we have the third topic sentence for our third body paragraph. All right, so we already have most of our outline finished. All right, so now if I look, we've done our thesis, we've done our topic sentences. Now I have to do the supporting evidence. And now I can close this out because I've used all the information. This is where your graphic organizer comes into play. This is like a lifesaver because if you actually notice, here we have our topic sentences and here we have the details that back it up. So if you've kept up to date with this graphic organizer, you are in a good place. If you haven't, you're going to have to do some more digging, read the poems again, and come up with your details that support your topic. So I have my topic sentence here. This is where the sidewalk ends. Now, obviously, my topic sentence has nothing to do with what the poem is actually about. I just did that as an example. I didn't want to give you any answers. So my supporting evidence isn't actually going to support anything I'm talking about, but I'm just going to show you what to do. You would copy here, and this is one of your supporting evidence, right? And then I would choose, if you have more than two, choose the ones that support your answer the most. So maybe I'm going to say this one supports my answer the most too. So this will be my second. You need 2 details per paragraph, okay? We are not doing what's in purple today. We're only doing the supporting evidence. So then I go to growing down. Growing down, I'm going to choose this piece of evidence that supports my thinking. And this last one I think supports my idea the most. So I'm going to put that here. So you see how we're actually not giving any new information yet today. So this one was the clockman. I go here. Clockman. I think this first one, or this last one and the first one. And I'm not actually thinking about this. I'm just kind of doing this to show you the workflow. All right. Now, for rephrase the thesis statement, I actually like to rephrase my thesis statement at the end. I like to look at what I've written and write it in a way that makes sense. So I'll just paste what my thesis statement is, and then I'll just remember later to rephrase it. So that's what we have to do as far as copying and pasting. So now I've actually done everything I need to do with this one too. So I could just work here. Now what you need to do is go through and make your topic sentences a little bit more rigorous. According to the poem, where the sidewalk ends, we should live our lives by eating all of our vegetables at dinner. To make this a better topic sentence, I should have because or so. I should have a reason why what I'm saying is important. So here for this topic sentence that I'm just inventing, according to the poem, where the sidewalk ends, we should live our lives by eating all of our vegetables in order to have all the necessary nutrients for growing bodies. Right, so I've taken my topic sentence and brought it to the next level by telling you why. It's really important actually that you say why, because your supporting evidence is going to back up your why. When you back up your why, people are going to agree with what your topic sentence is, right? It's all about supporting your thesis, supporting your topic sentence. So let's go to here. So we have here, make it look nicer. All right. According to the poem Growing Down, we should live our lives by washing our hands so we don't spread germs to other people. Right, so I've given you a so, I've given you a because. Each topic sentence has to have that because it will guide the way that I give you my supporting evidence. And then for body paragraph 3, according to the poem, The Clockman, we should live our lives by exercising for 30 minutes every day because you only get one body for your entire life. So maybe I use the rest of the paragraph to support this idea that your body is important, and when you're older, maybe you need to make sure you have taken care of it when you're younger so you can enjoy your older years, whatever. So I would find my supporting evidence. I would back up my why or my because or my so, my in order to. Once you've done that, you are finished for today, right? So make sure that you have these 3 documents open to really help you out today. It should be a lot of copy and pasting. You have the thesis, the topic sentences, the supporting evidence, and the rephrased thesis statement. You don't have to rephrase it just yet if you don't want to. The only thing you're doing today that's producing new information is where you're taking your topic sentence and you're bringing it to the next level, right? I've added in order to. You have to add so, because, right? And then I have my supporting evidence. We will work going forward on the rest of the outline, but for now, this is a very good start to your essay. If you have any questions, I encourage you to watch this video again and to reach out. Email, send us notes, send us comments. We are here to help you. You just have to communicate with us. Make sure that this gets done today because you have to be with us step by step in order not to be overwhelmed. You're going to have a beautiful essay by the end of this that you're going to be very proud of. All right. Good luck. You'll do great.